Welcome everyone to week 4 of the Great Compassion Mantra learning session. Glad you could all make it. We'll start with a bit of quiet, a bit of mindfulness of breathing. We'll just sit and take a few deep breaths into the abdomen and just focus our minds a bit on what we're going to do next. So breathing deeply and focusing on Kuan Yin, on the heart of compassion, and our intention to devote this time to learning this mantra. So touching base, allowing our breath to deepen, relaxing the shoulders, sitting in a comfortable but alert position. And I think we're ready to start. So I've got us finishing at the line Yi Si Li last week. So what I'd suggest is we chant through from the beginning as far as that line. Maybe do it a little bit faster this time, see how we get on. The other suggestion is see if you can do it without your copies, just as far as this line. If you get lost, don't worry, just try and rejoin when you get the thread again. So let's make a start. Namo Ladano Dolaye Namo Aliye Puluje Di Shabolai Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara Jaluni Jayanan Sapan La Faye Swadano Dasya Namo Sijili Doi Mangali Paluji Di Shafola Ling Dwape Namo Nola Jinji Sili Moha Pando Samye Sapa Tudu Shupeng Shuyan Sapa Sado Namo Pasado Namo Pashe Mo Fate Duda Jutonan Palusi Lujadi Jaladi Sili. Okay. So first line for today. Moha Bodhisattva. Moha Bodhisattva. Moha Bodhisattva. Moha Bodhisattva. And chanted. Moha Bodhisattva. Moha Bodhisattva. Moha Next line. Sappa, sappa. Sappa, sappa. Sappa, sappa. Sappa, sappa. And chanted. Sappa, sappa. Sappa, sappa. Sappa, sappa. So back to the first line of today. Moha Bodhisattva sappa sappa. Moha Bodhisattva sappa sappa. Moha Bodhisattva sappa sappa. Okay, next line. Mola mola. 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 Back to the beginning. Moha Bodhisattva sappa sappa. Mola mola. Moha Bodhisattva sappa sappa. Mola mola. Moha Bodhisattva sappa sappa. Mola mola. Right, next line. Mosi mosi li to yun. 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 And chanted. Mosi mosi li to yun. Mosi mosi li to yun. Mosi mosi li to yun. And back to the beginning. Moha Bodhisattva sappa sappa. Mola mola. Mosi mosi li to yun. Moha Bodhisattva sappa sappa. Mola mola. si mo si li to yun. Bodhisattva sapa mola mola mosi li to yun. Okay, next line. Julu julu jameng. 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 Okay, back to the beginning. Bodhisattva sapa mola mola mosi li to yun. Julu julu jameng. Bodhisattva sapa mola mola mosi li to yun. Julu julu jameng. Bodhisattva sapa mola mola mosi li to yun. Julu julu jameng. Okay, next line. Dulu dulu fashayedi. Dulu dulu fashayedi. Dulu dulu fashayedi. Dulu dulu fashayedi. Unchanted. Dulu dulu fashayedi. Dulu dulu fashayedi. Dulu dulu fashayedi. Okay, back to the beginning. Bodhisattva sapa mola mola mosi li to yun. Julu julu jameng. Dulu dulu fashayedi. Moha Bodhisattva Sapa Sapa Mola Mola Mosi Mosi Li Toyun Julu Julu Jameng Dulu Dulu Fashayedi Moha Bodhisattva Sapa Sapa Mola Mola Mosi Mosi Li Toyun Julu Julu Jameng Dulu Dulu Fashayedi. Okay, next line. Moha Fashayedi. Moha Fashayedi. Moha Fashayedi. Moha Fashayedi. Enchanted. Moha Fashayedi. Moha Fashayedi. Moha Fashayedi. Back to the beginning. Moha Bodhisattva Sapa Sapa Mola Mola Mosi Mosi Li Toyun Julu Julu Jameng Dulu Dulu Fashayedi Moha Fashayedi. Moha Bodhisattva Sapa Sapa Mola Mola Mosi Mosi Li Toyun Julu Julu Jameng Dulu Dulu Fashayedi Moha Fashayedi. Next line. Tola Tola. Tola Tola. Tola Tola. Tola Tola. Enchanted. Tola Tola. Tola Tola. Tola Tola. Back to the beginning again. Moha Bodhisattva sapa sapa mola mola mosi mosi li toyun je le jamen du le fashe di moha fashe di tola tola moha puti sato sapa sapa mola mola mosi mosi li toyun je le jamen du le fashe di moha fashe di tola tola moha puti sato sapa sapa mola mola mosi mosi li toyun je le jamen du le fashe di moha fashe di tola tola. Okay, the last line for today. Dilini, 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 dilini. Unchanted. Dilini, dilini, dilini. Okay, so back to the beginning again. Moha puti sato sapa sapa mola mola mosi mosi li toyun je le jamen du le fashe di moha fashe di tola tola dilini moha puti sato sapa sapa mola mola mosi mosi li toyun je le jamen du le fashe di moha fashe di tola tola dilini moha puti Bodhisattva Sapa Sapa Mola Mola Mosi Mosi Li Toyun Je le Jameng Dulu Dulu Fashedi Moha Fashedi Tola Tola Dilini. Okay, so I've made a mark in my copy now as far as we've got. I was remembering when I first joined the monastery, it was quite a challenge to start meditating. It's always a bit of a, a wrestle trying to find a so-called peaceful mind with anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, or walking meditation or whatever. It's always feels like a bit of an uphill struggle initially, and it was really great to find this mantra, this skillful means, if you like, as an aid to meditation. I found it gave me much more internal space, just because the chattering mind was being trained along the syllables of the mantra instead of my obsessive churning thoughts. So I was very grateful when I discovered this, when I was given this chant. And I've got very strong memories of the time when I first heard it. Around that time, Bodhisattva had been practicing, I think, on his own for quite some time, and I'd been given a date to actually ordain as a novice. It was the 27th of July, I think it was 1983, and I was going to be taking the 8 precepts with 5 other people. So it was a big day. We had to have our heads shaved and wear these robes and get used to all that. And the day of the ceremony came, and it was outside on a sort of lawn area to the side of the monastery at Chithurst. And there was usually quite a big crowd of well-wishers, people, lay people were coming to sit and witness it as well. It was in the afternoon. And there's a family that we got to know quite well, who got 2 young girls, and they were attending. And I remember halfway through the ceremony, there kind of a very strange whiff of smoke coming from the car park, but we just sort of carried on. And next thing I saw this woman we got to know, Jane, looking really freaked out, and she looked like she was almost about to stop the ceremony. It seemed like something really terrible was going on. But we just carried on. She just rushed off somewhere else. We discovered pretty soon afterwards, after we'd done the chanting, that something awful had happened. This woman, this mother, had parked her car in the driveway, and her little girl had been having a bit of a temper tantrum and had been put in the car just to sort of calm down a bit and, have a bit of time on her own, I suppose. And some terrible thing happened. The car blew up. It just went up in smoke, in flames. And this poor girl, she was pulled out and obviously got taken to hospital, but died about 11 hours later. And we didn't know she was going to die at that point. But when it became obvious what had happened, we all just went to sit and meditate in the shrine room. There's nothing else we could do. We were just all a bit speechless. And I remember Bodhisattva, he was sitting on this sort of platform by the big Buddha at the front of the shrine room, and he suddenly started to break into this chant, and it was the Great Compassion mantra. He just spontaneously started to chant it, and it had such a wonderful cooling, calming effect on everything. Right at that moment when we're all just trying to find a bit of clarity, and it was just such an incredible moment for me. That was my first day as a monastic, and this was what had happened. And so it was an incredible jolt, really, just a sort of a realization that this impermanence was the big thing that we were there to contemplate in the monastery, this proximity of death. And this was such a powerful experience, and it's sort of been embedded in me ever since. And the Great Compassion mantra, as a sort of response to that, is all sort of connected together. So Thanissara and I spent quite a lot of time with Jane, with this mother, in the following weeks when we were learning this mantra. And I hope that our presence was helpful somehow to her. I don't know, but it was just an incredible experience, really, and something that was a bit unusual. It's not something that was chanted at all in the normal monastic routine, but that was the beginning of my learning it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, a bit of a very difficult beginning, but that's what happened. So having shared that, I wonder if anyone has anything they'd like to ask or comment on. I think it's raised hands time. I think if anyone has a question.
That was a really powerful time. I remember that too.
God, yeah.
With Hannah through that night in the hospital.
Hannah, yeah, you went. I couldn't have done that.
And
I don't know how you did it.
We were with a group. It was shocking, and but she came to the nuns' cottage a few weeks before that happened, not maybe a week before, and she picked these flowers, and she came up to us and gave us the flowers and said, "I'll be a baby again soon." Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, amazing.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was, there was really completely strange that happened, and at such a moment of such beauty. And it really was, I think, also shocking for Ajahn Sumedho. And it was his birthday as well, actually. Yeah. And really like that sense of the shock of samsara, in the middle of that we're living with this all the time, some kind of level of unexpected death, threat. The unexpected can come, the impermanence. Yeah. Definitely marking your ordination, right?
God. I always, in my mind, I always had it as a kind of a death. It's funny, but I always felt it was a death of my old self. But maybe it was also a premonition.
Right.
I don't know, but it almost felt like you were, the next step. You were one step closer to your new life than, or the new world. And it was just threw everything into such a strange focus for quite a long time. Yeah, it's very. Thanks for coming along today, and we'll finish by a short dedication of our efforts. Just dedicating the blessings of this wonderful chant to cultivate compassion and share this with all beings. So, see you all next week, hopefully.
Thanks so much, Mel.
Thank you, Thanissara. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. See you later. Bye.
Thank you.